Welcome, Tracey McMahon. Thank you very much for chatting with me today.
I am so excited to be here with you.
So Tracey will be at the very first event on the 16th of June at the Southport Community Centre. It's our first official WEFest event. We're talking about the health journey, and Tracey will be there offering all of the love and hugs that she could offer you on the day. So we're having a bit of a chat just to get to know Tracey today. How, or let's actually ask, what brought you into WEFest? What attracted you to be a part of this community?
Well, I have to say I'm one that follows guidance. So I try to get out of my own way. And I try to, if something like triggers me or interests me or intrigues me, I look at it and I follow through with it. And I saw that hot pink. It came up on my newsfeed, like it just came up on my Facebook newsfeed, and it's been something that I've been calling in from the universe to have something where all beautiful, amazing people come together and actually share their gifts. And so when I was reading it, I thought, okay, thank you. And then you had a little comment that said you've got a couple of stalls left. So I thought, all right, let's see where this takes us. And yeah, I have to say, the complete guidance was great because I had never met you. And I think we had a 5.5-minute chat on a video, and I felt your heart, and I just went, I need to know no more. I don't even need to know what this is about, but I'm in and I'm going to bring my people. So I got off the phone to you and I messaged a few of my girls and I said, you need to contact this woman. Don't ask why, just get in there. And here we all are.
And this is the perfect way that I like to work. But you were the first experience where it's just, yep, follow the guidance, let's do it, everyone's on board. Your ladies didn't question you, and they're all, we're here, we're making this happen. They were with me the next day with the first workshop. Some of them I only just chatted to on the phone, and it was enough for them all to say, I've been asking for this. Very similar story to you. I'm ready to come out into the world. I want to be at events. I want to connect with more people. I want to be of service. Community. We're all saying the same thing. We've all had the yearning. We've all had the asking.
We're all being called. Like seriously, we're being called together. So, you know, like, and I mean, the girls don't question me now because I don't just see a shiny object and go for it. I've really, like, it's got to be a, when it's guided like that, it's just a no-brainer. And, you know, some of them are really left brain thinkers. So they're, you know, we're learning from each other because I'm learning to be a little bit more left brain, 1% of my life. And they get to actually feel, so it's really, the last couple of years have really, we've grown quite a community of women, and, you know, they've come from a space where they weren't confident in themselves, and they've done the work now, and now they're ready to shine. So they're all incredible. So I'm so excited that they actually, like, I'm not even caring what I do on the day. I'm going to be sitting back like a lioness crying because all my cubs are out there shining their light. I'm so excited.
How perfect. How perfect. So can you give us a little bit of a taste test of all the hats that you wear? I will lead into, I experienced a session. Shall we just call it a session?
Let's call it a session.
This morning with Tracey. And oh my goodness, the gentle, pure, loving touch is what I really, really felt, besides the love that I have for you already from that instant connection that we've just formed very, very quickly, to then have someone hold space for you and actually reach out and say, hey, come and have a session. We probably need to chill you out. We need to get you out of that head. You've been a bit busy. How about you just lay on the table and receive? That is all kinds of gold. So one, it was such a beautiful session, the setup, let alone what I experienced in that session. It doesn't even matter what it was, what happened, what you did. It was the experience. This is a very good indication of what we're really showcasing on the day, their experiences. It might not make sense to anyone. It might be difficult to say, well, what did she do? Who really knows and who really cares? Because I felt amazing. So to give a bit of a background for the attendees, for those that are going to actually feel that warmth from you that I have, that are going to want to talk to you and ask you, what do you do? What are some of those hats and passions that you have?
Radio. So I have been a hairdresser for 33 years. And about 15 years ago, that just evolved. So from being one of those, you know, really busy, get them in, get them out kind of hairdressers, I ended up getting my own salon. And my brother actually passed away. I had a couple of family deaths. My mum died, and then my brother died fairly in a couple of years after. So, you know, like life changes. So, and my brother was only 25 years old when he died. So he was really young, and it hit me really, really hard. And his death actually moved the three siblings in the family, plus my father, towards, it guided us all to where we needed to be. So, you know, his gift was to actually show us ours. So what happened from there is I got my own salon, and because I started to connect with Corey spiritually, it all just opened me up. So intuitive hairdressing came in. So I don't just cut hair. I actually feel the person, and I'm guided to, you know, find out a little bit more about that person, not just whether they blow dry their hair or not. It's like, what's going on for them? What are they trying to achieve in life? Where's their self-development sitting? So, and if a woman comes into me and she's got hair your color and she wants to be my color, there's more going on there than just, I want to have a change. So it's about delving in and finding out, you know, what's actually going on there, and feeling it from an emotional level and a spiritual level. So that evolved. My husband of 30 years, my God, it's 30 years this year. When we were kids, he had a really bad car accident. And so the other three people in the car were killed, and Cameron survived. And so as a wife, we want to look after that. We need to like find ways to actually help him to heal. So I looked for everything. I was searching, and I heard about this thing called Reiki. So I went along and I learned Reiki to help Cam. And that has evolved into something that's, you know, Cameron and I are those true soulmates where we actually like find things that enhance the other person's experience in life. We challenge the crap out of each other, but through his experiences, I've found my gifts, and through my experiences, he's found his gifts. So Reiki came into play, which my intuition just went through the roof. I ended up taking it all away, and I did my master's. And it's like nothing, it's opened up a whole other world to me, that now it's gone beyond Reiki, and it's something like, I don't have a name for it, okay? I can't put it in a box, and I can't just call it Reiki, but it's really just guided and connected, and it's completely without me in the way. So I am like, I'm simply the conduit. Like I always say to people, I'm like the cord of a blow dryer. You've got to plug it into source. The cord carries the electricity to the blow dryer. I'm the cord. So by not bringing ego or what I feel or what I want for that person into the process, it allows that person to actually get exactly what they need. You know, whether you're connected spiritually or not to a God or universe or angels or whatever it is, there's, divine love comes in and gives you what you need. Yeah. So I've been on quite a journey. And then Reiki actually led me to a whole other realm of clientele, and it's a lot of trauma and a lot of people that are suffering, and you know, people that don't necessarily, maybe they haven't had something specific happen to them, but they suffer with their self-confidence or their self-esteem or self-worth issues. suicidal issues, you know, like this illness. So, and what was happening is I was finding that people were relying on me to feel good. So by coming to me and having a treatment, they'd feel good. So they started to really be dependent. And, you know, WEFest, it's all about empowerment. I am so like, it's like my middle name. So that to me as a healer is so disempowering for people to, you know, rely on an external force to find the healing. So that's when I discovered my oils, and I've been working with my oils ever since the first person that I touched them with. It's a whole 3 years of stories I could tell you about, but it's taken not only me on an empowerment journey, but all the people that are coming with you on the weekend. We've all been able to, by Mother Nature coming to us in the form of a little brown bottle, she's opened up parts of us that were asleep, or that we weren't even aware of, or maybe we felt that there was something there, but we didn't quite know. And what they've done also, between, you know, all the hats that I wear and everything, it just all intertwines like this beautiful thread. And yeah, it's just like a jigsaw puzzle and putting all the little pieces together. So I'm really excited about your expo on Sunday, because you're bringing and you're showcasing so many different tools for people, well, particularly women, to support them, that there's something there for everyone, and not everything is for everyone. But if you go and you just let your guidance and your heart take you to where you need to be on that day, you're going to find some real magic in amongst that. I haven't even met the other women that are in this, but I just can feel it. I can feel that it's something really special, man. And I just wanted to really honor you for being that brave soul that felt the call and didn't ignore it. Yeah. Is that enough of a story? I could go on for days, but that's...
I'm just listening. I'm just like...
Yeah.
I love it. I feel it all. Like, it's to really hear a story and feel it. You know, this is heartfelt. These are people's lives. We're always usually so guarded. It's so beautiful to live in a world that we can connect for 5 minutes. We have a chat online. We can do an interview so the world can see. To know what's going on inside here. We've covered that with all of our might our whole life until we explode and that shit pours out of us, and then we just have to let it out. And now it's beautiful. So I could listen to people all day long speak about their journey, their life, because it tells me who you are, and it's one tiny element still. You know, you get to feel one another, and then instantly, like you said, we can feel each other's heart. It's an energy, it's a connection. Nothing, you don't care about anything else. Everything's like, yeah, sure, whatever.
I know absolutely nothing about you. I don't even know. It's like, but you know, I was thinking about it today, and I thought, you know, like, there's so many people that I meet on a daily basis, whether it's with hairdressing, the healings, or with the oils, and everyone has a story. Every single person. And so, you know, I got this tattoo years and years ago, and it's from a poem from the 1300s, and basically the meaning of it is, whatever happens in your life, whether it be good or bad, really honor it, because it shapes who you are. So, you know, your good experiences create parts of you, your bad experiences create parts of you, your traumatic experiences. And all of us have had something. Some sound worse than others, but you know, at the end of the day, it's all exactly real to whoever it is. But the beautiful thing of what's happening with the energy now is, you know, some of the women that I now do business with the oils, we knew each other through our martial arts that we do. So we've always had that alpha female, like, you know, and don't show vulnerability, don't show your weaknesses, for God's sake, don't say anything's wrong, like, just, yeah, hold all that back. Like you said, completely close your heart down, So I've trained this particular martial art. I'm going to give it a plug because it's amazing. Arakan. Actually, Aida's there on Sunday with Arakan. So if you get a chance, go and talk to Aida. She's something else. But so I've done it about nearly, I think, 13 years now. And from the beginning, it was all such an external strength. Like, I shaved my head, I drove a ute, I was tough. If you come near me, I've got that energy. Like, I was really externally trying to show strength and use my alpha female to bring forward that strength, which was actually too much masculine. There was so much testosterone there. It was actually scary. Like, I actually look back and I think, you actually were really scary. In the last 3 years, having the feminine energy come through and allow it to come in, the strength, it's like a flame. And the bright orange and the yellow, that's not the hot bit. The hot bit is the bit that sits in the middle. And I feel like all the women that are coming forward now, we're coming from an internal burn and an internal strength that we don't really need to roar and carry on like pork chops externally. We can actually just be real, be vulnerable. And that's where the strength's lying now. And I feel like it's just such a beautiful time to be a woman. It truly is. And I never thought I'd see the day where I said that, because I used to actually deny the fact that I was a woman. So, yeah. So, you know, things like this, it's definitely time.
Yes, that is exactly the feeling. It is time, and there's action. That's what's really changing, that we are not just feeling it now and then running and hiding. We're being pushed in ways and guided in ways. So yes, we're acting, but yes, it's all the pieces are coming together to make it a little easier now as well. It is time. It's the internal, external actually really working together, that we're making changes. We're connecting with people. We're not just doing everything on our own or hiding back. It's everything's allowing and everything's okay. And you step out into that world that you imagine would cut you down or judge you or do all the things that you think's going on, and there's all this love and there's all this support and there's all this fun, and then it's easy. It's like, what the hell is this?
And you really, like, in the beginning I thought, no, I don't trust this is not right. And I think you and I talked about it the other day about receiving. You know, it's that whole it's a real shift from that alpha masculine female to actually allow and be open to help and support. And when you are, how easy is life? Like, it's so easy now. Like, because I never asked for help. You know, I would have like 1,000 bags. I'd have my oils and my blow dry. I'd have everything. And somebody would go, do you want some help? No, Julie, I'm fine. Now I've got one bag and someone goes, Trace, do you want any help? Yeah, that'd be great. Can you take that? Thank you. Like, it's all about, you know, because I learned something really valuable as a caring, giving person. The thing that floats your boat is when you get to care and give to someone. Like, you just get so excited, don't you? When you get to, like, offering you that treatment today, that was as good for me as it was for you. Do you know what I mean? Being able to actually take care of somebody and gift somebody something is beautiful. When you're that person and you don't allow others to give to you, you're robbing them of that feeling. And when I heard that, it actually was like a punch in the throat. I thought, wow, oh my gosh. Because here you are thinking you're this loving, beautiful person, and you're denying others that you take for, like, that you love so much. So when you see people, like, even if they bring me, like, they'll bring me a little gift, or I got to work yesterday and there was a little note on one of my mirrors from one of the girls, you know, like something so little like that, but it's so big because you've allowed yourself to receive. Yeah, so it's a massive time for that shift to happen, because, yeah, being open to receive means abundance comes in. You allow money in. You allow support in. You allow love. Yeah, so things that you've always like, yeah, nah, I'll be fine. Yeah, it's pretty wild.
It is. It definitely is. And the theme, I feel, will really ring through on Sunday is that receive. That's what's dropping in really heavily for me to offer in terms of our welcome on the day. This whole event is to get us comfortable with receiving. Doesn't matter wherever we're at. It's the big shift in us connecting to our body, our femininity, the world. Everything else comes from learning to receive, because I can't say there's one person that I know that is so comfortable with receiving. It's not a bother at all. It still makes us uncomfortable. It still feels like we have to give back. You know, They're still used to needing the to and fro and the give and receive, that we can't just accept, receive, and that be enough.
And that be it.
So that'll be a really big theme, just naturally in the day, the women that get drawn there, what we present, how we showcase our stalls. That I feel is a really big potent energy to start getting comfortable in that group of women, knowing that you can lean, you can ask for help, but most importantly, allow it in, accept it when it's been presented to you. Most of the time we're getting all the things we ask for, but yet we're like, no, we're fine.
Billy, I'm sweet, eh? I've got this. Yeah, you know what? You don't got this. Or you might think you've got it, but nothing in that your head makes up ever has as much magic in it as when you just allow. When you just allow, like, look, if I had because one of the colors I hate most in life is pink, right? I really like pink. To me is like, ugh. So if I had have used my brain and looked at your thing on Facebook, I would have scrolled. I wouldn't have even looked at it, because pink to me is not right. But because I'm not using my brain and allowing my, controlling everything, 3 years ago, you and I wouldn't be sitting here having this conversation. Now that I actually allow guidance, it actually stops me, triggers me. What's that pink? What's that about? Open it up, read it out, give it the time and space it needs, feel into it. Yep, that feels right. I've got to contact that woman. Like, your brain could never make that magic up, because she's continually controlled by our ego. So yeah, it's such a beautiful space to be in. And when I drop into my ego again, everything feels so hard. I resist everything. I get really, my inner child comes out who's rebellious, and I'm not doing that. I get really naughty, and I don't allow myself to be open to things. So it stopped me for so many years experiencing such magical things that I now get to experience. I get magic every day. Every single day I feel something magical happens. So yeah, it's amazing.
And it's even these words that they don't have the depth without that experience. Really, it's just, we couldn't ever have fathomed by words before we got here. You couldn't explain that it is easy. Okay, show me. Then I'll get it. But it really is. And it is that community, I feel personally, that when you letting people in, which is part of opening up, allowing, receiving, it's all that feminine energy that every single human's going through those changes right now. Allowing those people in, you're attracting them for a reason. So why would we be pushing them away again? Really, it's the push-pull that I feel like is causing so much stress in our lives, that we're like, we want this, there they are. No, we don't. We're doing that with every single thing, but trying to manifest these very specifics, yet something better rocks up. We're like, no, that's not it. So the world that we live in, that can just allow people in, that all of a sudden make everything easier. They want to help. Everyone has that desire. Like you said, it feels so good when we actually can be there for someone, help them through something, support them, listen to them. It can be so simple. We know how good it feels. So let's allow everyone else to feel that as well. And we do it all together. It makes life so much easier.
I was thinking about it the other day. About 6 years ago, I was sitting out the front in our rainforest and watching a spider make a web, and I was, meditating, and this vision of this circle came in, of me sitting in the middle of this circle, and there were thousands and thousands. It was like a spiral of thousands of people around me, right? So I go to them, oh yeah, okay, cool, cool, cool. You want me to create a women's circle? Yeah, okay, cool, I got this. And I started. So I named it Ubuntu, and I contacted all the strong women that I knew, all my alpha female friends, because I don't want anybody that's going to sit there and cry over spilt milk. I want people that are actually going to be productive, you know, like real. I was quite staunch. So it lasted about probably 3-4 months. Yeah, and that went by the wayside because you tried to control it, Tracey. Allow the vision in. It's not up to you to make it happen, or you've just got to keep doing the guided steps of what to follow. 3.5 years later, a little brown bottle ended up in my hand, and 3 years later, I have over 1,000 people in my tree that we educate all the time. Like we go and we do workshops together with, you know, here I am in the center of it, and I've got over 1,000 people now, and it's growing, you know, and it's more magical than I ever expected because it's people from all walks of life that, you know, and you just like, I couldn't have made this happen. And yet you just allow, magic comes in, you know, and it's just, that was a big lesson for me because I am one of those people. I used to see a vision and I'd, oh yeah, okay, I'm on it. No, it's not for you to do that. It's just for you to trust and just follow guidance, like look at pink things on Facebook. Yeah. So congratulations on that pink.
Thank you.
And did you know
I don't like pink either.
in color psychology, pink is actually masculine?
Ah, interesting.
Yeah,
I don't like it personally. So it had to be that, you know, you get told that it has to be in your face in a way that draws people in, and that can be good, bad, it can be attracting, it can be whatever. That's just what it had to be. I looked at lots of other branding, it was like, no, this is it, just deal with it.
And it's the simplicity of it, because I think when you look at a lot of other things that have got women's empowerment around it now, it's like, you know, hippie looking girls dancing like the event picture.
Oh yeah.
Or it's a whole heap of girls in a group in a circle, or they all start to look the same, so you don't really give it the attention, whereas that was like smack. So yeah, congratulations. I just really, like, we need to honor you because you've done an absolutely magnificent job of putting all this together. I know that and sometimes it's been, you know, challenging, but I feel like, you know, you've handled it so beautifully. So really, like, well done, dude.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's helping me grow immensely and get out of the way a lot more, and to let go of control. All the things that you're saying, WEFest is doing that in an abundance for me, I feel, and everybody else. So thank you. I appreciate that. It's just nice to feel guided, like you keep saying. It's when I'm getting out of the way, it just works beautifully. So it's just me keep stepping aside. WeFest comes through, it brings people, it's attracting the perfect people. This is not me at all, this is me being guided. So it's still 1 foot in each, me navigating through that world. So it's an honor to be on this roller coaster, which is really quite free flowing. It's beautiful. It's not that, oh my God, roller coaster anymore. It's just like, oh yeah.
We're all still smiling, so it's going really well. Yeah. So for my people that I'll share this on my page, where is it and what is it on Sunday?
So at the Southport Community Centre, 16th of June. So we open the doors at 10 a.m. for general admission. There are VIPs that get to come in at 9:30, but we're there all through till 4 o'clock. We've got lots of different speakers, workshop stall holders. I will put all the links for you, Tracey, for people to contact you if you're happy for people to say, hey, I want a piece of what you do. I want to know more, have a chat, look in, I guess, through your Facebook or website or anything like that. So we'll make sure we've got all the links so people can make sure that they either contact you beforehand or can meet you on the day as well.
Yep. Beautiful. And like I told you today, I have no idea what I'm doing today, but I'm just going to wander around and whoever needs to be where I am, that's what's going to happen. So, yeah, beautiful. Well, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate all your time and your energy. It's just a pleasure to be in your space, and let's see where all of this evolves and how we can really serve our community.
Beautiful. Thanks,
Thank
Ellen.
you. We'll see you all on Sunday.
Beautiful.